Hello, hello. Happy Magic Monday. Hi,
Happy
everyone.
Magic Money. Hello. Hey, Lorna.
How's it going, Christine?
It's going great. Vacation mode continues. I
I've got it too now, uh,
know.
which is exactly why we want to talk about what we want to talk about today. Which,
Perfect topic.
yeah, because if you looked at the title, it's less is more.
Hmm.
And what we're pulling into that this week is, being less busy, settling into ourselves. Sometimes that the best thing to do when you don't know what to do is to do nothing, and also tapping, and this is all about, that all falls under the umbrella of tapping into our divine feminine.
Yes.
So
Yes.
just a small topic.
A little bite-sized taste of a pretty meaty topic there. Yeah. So when we say tapping into the divine feminine, let's sort of break that down a little bit. So at the end, when we look at our nature, right, and we look at the masculine, if you will, sort of set of qualities that we typically ascribe, which is a little bit more assertive, a little bit more analytical, a little bit more mechanical, right? In just overall approaches. I mean, and never we'll go into exactly. There's not exactly a great dividing line here. We both possess. We have both, right? And the feminine being a little bit more intuitive, a little bit more trusting, a little bit more knowing, a little bit more feeling more guided, slow, in receptive mode, in receiving mode, and that actually is what really want to talk about today, is that how that gets so lost or forgotten in our normal everyday life, right?
Yeah. Which always makes me think of the Alison Armstrong research, which, if you know anything about her, is fantastic. But she talks about how men are born with a certain amount of femininity. And this doesn't have to do with their sexuality, but they are either, kind of all man, or they're in the middle, or they're very, very in touch with the feminine, right? Which they can recognize things in the feminine, whereas some men can't. Whereas for women, we can dial it up or dial it down at will, which has meant for us in this, wanting to become equal as women in the world, we have believed that we've had to become like men. And we've been really, really good at it. And we've gotten ourselves into boardrooms and we're in all of these wonderful positions in the corporate world. But at what expense? Because what happens is that when we go into that masculine, and then maybe when we come home or when we're with our friends, we don't know how to turn it off anymore. And we completely lose touch with these feminine aspects that are so part of our nature.
And the cost is wide ranging. Comes with both mental, emotional, and physical costs when we step out of our nature, when we sort of don a mask, identities that are kind of rigid and hard to shift in and out of. And we don't even sometimes we're not even aware of it. So, but oftentimes you might say, you might find yourself in constant busy doing productive mode, which gets in the way of, let's say, you finding time to slow down and take care of yourself and go within and find time for fun and creativity and play, right? Because it's all about the do, the productivity, right? So that's a good sign right there. If you have trouble slowing down, right? If you have trouble not feeling guilty about slowing down, that could be a sign that you're not really, you've forgotten a little bit about that, important part of our nature.
Right. And, being on vacation right now is what's making us think about this. But the whole idea is that the slowing down, and let's be real, some people can't slow down even when they're on vacation. But for those of us who do, and it's not just about slowing down on vacation, it's how can you take that slowness and bring it into your everyday life. And it's a choice, right, Christine? I mean,
it's absolutely a choice.
We say, oh, I'm too busy for that. I don't have time to be creative. I don't have time to slow down and take a walk, or whatever it is that would get us more in tune. But the fact of the matter is that we all do have time. It's just how we're choosing to spend it.
And it really is essential. It really is essential to living a happy, healthy, authentic life. It's not how we're designed, with high-speed living, high-speed eating, high-speed competing, right? It takes its toll. We're living in chronic stress response. which is the cause for 95% of all, lifestyle diseases experienced here. And we want to get ahead of that. We really want to, get ahead of the fatigue, get ahead of the exasperation and the resentment and all of the, sort of negativity that comes with over caring and overdoing, right?
Yeah, and putting everyone else ahead of our own needs.
Yeah.
And how often is it that we're trying to figure something out, right? Like, I have to know, and I have to do my pro and con list, and I have to, but that you actually, yeah, right. But then you go and you take a shower and you're actually calm for a little bit. And you're not really even thinking of slowing down, but you're taking a shower. So by definition, you're slower. And it just hits you. It just comes out of nowhere. And your answer is, handed up to you on a silver platter. Right?
Yeah.
Instead of, having to rationalize it and figure it out, it came right to you. And that's how we talk about this is our nature. This is, if we would let those things happen more often, things might be so much easier.
Yeah, a lot more effective and a lot more productive with, a fraction of the struggle and the effort. And that's what we're going for, because, the idea here is it's not about, as we were talking earlier, lying on the couch and just, doing nothing, for the sake of it. Really, we're replenishing, we're recharging. We have to refuel that battery. It's when our, emotions are unmanaged and ignored, that our brain doesn't work so well anymore, right? We can't make those good decisions. We can't figure out what the right action, is needed in the moment. So I find simple practices like just, closing your eyes, putting your hand on your heart, and just sort of giving yourself 10, 12, 15 seconds even to just breathe and really feel that connection, because this is where your compass is, right? This is where our GPS is. It's not really in the analytical brain. The analytical brain is good, but it's not a good starting place, right? It's a good action place, but it always has to come from sort of your deeper knowing and wisdom. And that's the beauty of the divine feminine. That is your source of wisdom.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we can talk about this all day, I know, Christine, but we have a nugget for the day. And have a wonderful rest of the week on your vacation.
Yes.
And hope everyone is enjoying August and is slowing down and is paying attention to what it would be to slow down and bring it into September also.
Absolutely. Yes. So breathe, slow down, and enjoy.
Happy Magic Monday. We'll see you next week, guys.
Take care.
Less is more. Bye.
Bye-bye.